Hey, Sarah, I just thought I'd touch base quickly, particularly for the content this week. It's just a way of coming together, but also perhaps framing it a little bit, not only for what it is that we're going to be doing throughout the course, but also framing it in terms of your assignments that are coming up, particularly next week in terms of your outline. So this diagram here came from your readings from this week in terms of some of those different paradigms that we approach research through. So the philosophical approaches that people are actually looking at. So again, if you start to think about some of these different areas and some of the topics that you might be interested in for your particular assignment, is it one of those notions where, would it lend itself more so very objective interpretation, so along the lines of functionalism, or is it more of a qualitative perspective in terms of looking at people's perceptions, their experiences, and things of that nature? So this kind of gives you a little sense of some of those different philosophical or paradigm approaches that we sometimes take for research. Diagram also in your readings really kind of walks you through, as it said, really the whole research process. So I just thought I'd take a quick second in terms of how it outlines. I think the readings for this week are really important. And I think this diagram kind of sums up the semester in a nutshell, as well as your assignments. So where you are right now is at those very, very, very early areas of exploration. So you've got a conundrum, you've noticed something in practice, you've got an area of interest, you're at the very high level. So that's basically kind of assignment number one, where you're just going to provide a very rough outline, so to speak, in terms of where you're thinking in terms of your overall assignment. The assignment guidelines talk about one page. My preference is that is one page double spaced. So if you're doing it, if you're going to do double spaced, then you get 2 pages. If you're going to do it single spaced, it's 1 page. APA requirements is double spaced. So in terms of APA requirements, I would strongly suggest that you conform to that and utilize a double spacing, which then gives you 2 pages. So I just wanted to clarify that one. So what you're actually looking at is, with assignment number 1, is again very, very early this. So your assignment asks you to kind of look about what's your area of interest, what might be some literature that's out there. Is there any theoretical frameworks that can kind of support this particular area? Theoretical frameworks can be in the lines of education theories, healthcare theories, nursing theories, organizational behavior theory. So is there anything that you're even starting to see in the literature? Then what you're going to do, basically, for then assignment 2 is this. So you are going to do a more fulsome outline. So that's where you're going to really focus in on the literature review. So what your research question is that you're going to provide at the end of assignment number 1, then you're going to do a deep dive into the literature in terms of what is available, what's not available, what are the gaps in the literature, what are some of the common messaging, what are the various approaches people have done in terms of the research in this area. Has it been more of that positivistic view, or some of the interpretation components, mixed methods perhaps? What are the theories that are also available that can kind of support this research? So that's assignment number 2. And for assignment number 3, you're going to take all of this and go on to the next step and actually develop your research design. So based on your research question and kind of what you know to be true and what some of your research hypotheses might be, you're going to actually develop the outline of, so then how would you actually carry out the research study? You actually go about doing that. So I just thought that this was a nice way of kind of wrapping up the readings for today, but also trying to give you a little bit of sense of where we're going with the various assignments. So I hope you found this helpful, and I look forward to the discussions later on this week.